Hi there, this is Rob, and this is the 2-minute overnight overview for Tuesday. Let's first take a look at yesterday's odds, then I'll provide some useful information to keep in mind for tonight. Here's the odds sheet as it appeared on Monday's close. As you can see, there were no index securities whose averages suggested a long side edge. NQ met the minimum criteria suggesting a short side edge, but that was not confirmed by any of the others. The Edge Finder showed a number of bullish studies, but as I pointed out to subscribers, they were all dependent on a down close. The Edge Finders typically run about 15 minutes before the bell. At that point, everything was down. The late rally invalidated all of the bullish Edge Finder studies. Narrowing in on ES, we see that price action showed a bearish tilt, internals were just above break-even, and seasonality was weak. Overall, the numbers suggested a mild downside edge. It wasn't strong enough for me to consider a short trade, though. Therefore, I set out. Now let's take a look at the overnight action. Selling started a little after midnight and continued right into the open. And even since the open, we've seen more selling. ES managed to gap down 17.5 points, or over 1.2%. It was a good night to have been aware of the odds and not have a long position. As I showed in the Quantifiable Edges blog this morning, it's unusual to see such a large gap down the day right before a Fed day. Similar to the Quantifiable Edges study, I decided to look at other times ES had gapped down at least 0.75% the day before a Fed day, and what that might mean for the overnight action leading up to the Fed day. Let's flip to the daily chart and I'll show the results. Here we see there have been 11 instances since 2000. 7 gapped up and 4 gapped down. But there's still a net loss when you total the number together. So let's take a quick look at the individual trades list. What I want to point out here is that 7 of the 11 instances saw a gap the next day of greater than 1%. I'm not looking at direction here, just the size of the gap. Additionally, 4 others saw a gap of greater than 0.5%. Only 1 instance saw a gap of less than 0.5% on the Fed day when the previous day had a large gap down. In other words, we could be in for a big move tonight. Overnight traders may want to take this into consideration when determining their position size. Thanks for listening, and rest easy.